Let me know if you'd like these in a thumbnail-friendly style or need more written in batches. In the heart of the Karen Valley, where crimson and ivory flowers bloomed like promises whispered to the wind, three lives collided in a storm of trust and treachery. Lila, a botanist with a heart as fierce as the mountains, had dedicated her life to preserving the rare Karen flower, a symbol of unity for the local tribes. Her closest ally, Marcus, a charismatic journalist, had sworn to amplify her cause to the world. Beside them stood Amara, a quiet local herbalist whose knowledge of the flower's medicinal secrets was unmatched. Together, they vowed to protect the valley from developers who saw only profit in its sacred soil. The trio's bond was forged in late-night debates under starlit skies, their laughter mingling with the scent of Karen petals. Lila's passion drove them, Marcus's words inspired them, and Amara's wisdom grounded them. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. Marcus's articles began to draw outsiders, curious tourists, then corporate scouts. Lila noticed but dismissed it. Marcus was her confidant, her voice to the world. Amara, however, grew wary. Her grandmother's tales spoke of betrayal hidden in honeyed words, and Marcus's charm felt too polished, his promises too grand. The tension simmered as developers descended, their bulldozers looming like vultures. Lila rallied the tribes, her speeches fiery, her eyes blazing with conviction. Marcus documented every moment, his camera flashing, his articles painting Lila as a hero. But Amara began to withdraw, her silence heavy with unspoken doubts. One evening, as the sun dipped low, casting golden rays over the flower fields, Lila found Amara burning a stack of papers, maps, deeds, and Marcus's notes. "What are you doing?" Lila demanded, her voice trembling with confusion. Amara's eyes, usually soft, were steel. "He's not who you think, Lila. These are contracts. He's been selling our secrets to the developers." The words hit like a blade. Lila laughed, a brittle sound, refusing to believe. Marcus, her Marcus, who'd wept with her over the first bloom they'd saved. Impossible. But Amara held up a photo, Marcus shaking hands with a suited man, the developer's logo stark on his briefcase. Lila's world tilted. She confronted Marcus that night in the heart of the garden, Karen flowers swaying like silent witnesses. "Tell me it's a lie," she pleaded, her voice raw. Marcus's face, usually warm, was a mask of defiance. "You're naive, Lila," he snapped. "The world doesn't run on ideals. The developers offered millions, enough to save 10 valleys. I did this for us." His words were a betrayal sharper than any knife. Lila's fists clenched, her heart pounding with rage. "You sold our soul," she screamed, her voice echoing through the valley. Amara stepped forward, her quiet strength a stark contrast to the chaos. "You sold my people's future," she said, her voice low but venomous. Marcus laughed, a cold, hollow sound. "Your people? Clinging to dirt and flowers while the world moves on? I gave you a chance to matter." The air crackled with their fury, each word a spark threatening to ignite the fragile peace of the valley. Then came the twist. A figure emerged from the shadows, unnoticed until now. It was Tala, Amara's younger sister, barely 16, her eyes wide with fear and guilt. "It's not just Marcus," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I helped him. He promised me a scholarship, a way out of here." Lila staggered back, the betrayal doubling. Tala, the girl they'd all protected, had been part of the deception. Amara's face crumpled, torn between love for her sister and the sting of her betrayal. "Why, Tala?" she whispered, her voice a wound. The confrontation reached its peak as Lila, trembling with fury, grabbed a shovel, her eyes locked on Marcus. "You've destroyed everything," she said, her voice low, dangerous. Marcus stepped back, his confidence faltering. "Lila, don't do this," he pleaded, but the desperation in his eyes only fueled her rage. Amara caught her arm, her grip firm. "He's not worth it," she said, her voice steady despite her own pain. "We fight another way." But the fight was already lost. The next morning, the developers arrived, their machines tearing through the Karen fields. Lila stood frozen, watching the flowers her life's work crushed under steel tracks. Marcus was gone, vanished in the night, leaving only his betrayal behind. Tala, sobbing, begged for forgiveness, but the rift between her and Amara was a chasm too wide to bridge. Lila, once the valley's fiercest defender, felt her spirit break. She knelt among the ruined flowers, her hands stained with earth, her heart with regret. Amara stayed by her side, silent but present, her own pain mirrored in Lila's. They'd lost the valley, but not each other. Yet the cost was unbearable. The Karen flowers, symbols of unity, lay trampled, their beauty reduced to memory. Tala, now an outcast, wandered the village, her dreams of escape tainted by guilt. The tribes, divided by grief and anger, turned on one another, their trust shattered. In the end, the valley was silent, its heartbeat stilled. Lila and Amara vowed to rebuild, to plant new seeds, but the scars of betrayal lingered. The developers had won, not just the land but the spirit of those who'd fought for it. The Karen flowers, once a beacon of hope, became a reminder of what was lost when trust withered. What would you have done in Lila's place? Fought with rage, sought justice, or forgiven the betrayers? Share your thoughts on where justice lies in this tangle of loyalty and loss.